Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we are back with another banging video. Guys, if you think you're having a bad day, honey, check Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation because I'm sure your day cannot be worse than theirs. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because if someone had told me that I would live to see Roc Nation getting back-to-back rejection or defeat, I would say, you mother effing liar. However, it is literally happening right in front of our eyes. Everything is unfolding. Now, in case you guys are not aware what I'm talking about, let's get into it. Because what had happened was Megan Thee Stallion had no longer had this photographer, right? And he basically said that Megan Thee Stallion was having a sexy time with another woman in the back of a car while they were out working, traveling from one location to the next, and Megan Thee Stallion allegedly forced him to watch. Now, he's also saying that the moment Megan Thee Stallion was signed over to Roc Nation dismissed him for no reason. He wasn't properly compensated or anything like that. And as such, he filed a lawsuit against Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation. Now, Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation, they basically filed a request asking the judge to throw the case out, saying that it holds no merit. However, the judge is telling Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation that the case cannot be dismissed at this point, although the defense team was trying to have it done. Now, the photographer's name is Emilio Garcia, in case you guys don't remember. Now, according to several reports, it was on July 2nd, a U.S. District Judge Gregory H. Woods ruled that the allegations made by Garcia, they were substantial enough to be considered further in court. Remember, when you're filing a lawsuit against an individual, you don't necessarily have to have any evidence. It just needs to be plausible. And Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation was saying Garcia's arguments does not make sense, but the judge is saying no, it is considered to be substantial enough to move forward in court. Garcia had filed the lawsuit last year. As I've said, he was a photographer for Megan Thee Stallion. He cited that he was a victim of an act that he terms as highly humiliating because he was forced to witness something that he wanted no part of. Now, just to give you guys some more details into that, Garcia, he said that while he and Megan Thee Stallion were in a different country, Garcia was locked in the car where he observed Megan Thee Stallion having a sexy time with another female, which he perceives as an unbelievably humiliating situation. Since then, Garcia says that says things have only been downhill for him. He was shoved aside in the projects he believed to be significant. He was the victim of unfair treatment by the people around Megan and then was dismissed without fair reason. In his view, all this was geared towards punishing him and silencing him over the things he was witnessing. So you know that even though he outlined that one, there were other things going on. Now, Megan Thee Stallion's team claimed that the allegations, they were completely untrue and they should not even reach the court. And the judge was like, oh no, the allegations are reasonable enough for it to proceed, and as such, they cannot be cast away like that. So as such, Garcia will have his day in court and his case is not being swept away as Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation thought. You know, it would have, because they have high profile attorneys. Garcia is just a little photographer who cannot, get himself that high profile attorney. Now, the main allegations have stand. Some of the claims in the case, so there were numerous claims. Some of the claims have been dismissed. So, in a decision earlier this month, that is only a partial victory for Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation. But as it relates to the allegations and them withdrawing his service, well, those things are standing up, because he's saying that he has lost a lot of income because of that. He has lost money, and he was subjected to a situation which he claims to be hostile. So he basically said that he experienced hostile working environment. He also basically said that Roc Nation punished him after he reported the ill deeds, and there are other charges of aiding and abetting the wrongdoing. So he's accusing Roc Nation of aiding and abetting in this action. So the judge is saying the case is going to go forward. We're not going to throw it out, because while portions of it has been dismissed, there are also portions that are plausible enough in order for them to move forward with the case. So, Roc Nation and Megan Thee Stallion rejected. I can't wait to see what happens going forward, because as you guys know, Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation, they've been having their way a lot, with a lot of cases. If you guys know about Milagro and Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion has been able to get the upper hand on that case. That includes the content creator, Milagro. Milagro is the young lady that was doing the videos back to back saying that Tory Lanez did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. The evidence was fabricated. And then Megan Thee Stallion took action against Milagro, suing her for cyberbullying and defamation. And then, Milagro was still doing her little thing on social media where she could. And then Megan Thee Stallion hit her with a cease and desist, so they're literally telling her to shut the heck up. And then we saw a similar thing, that she did to Tory Lanez, irrespective of the fact that Tory Lanez was found guilty on the shooting charges and was sentenced to 10 years behind bars. She still went ahead and got a restraining order against him, because she was saying, before Tory Lanez sentencing, he was taking subliminal jabs at her here and there. So she was granted that restraining order against a man who is doing time behind bars. And she did not stop there, because she then subpoenaed Tory Lanez in the case against Milagro, So she has been getting her way a lot in court, but this time around with a photographer, things are not working out so much in her favor so far. Let's say so far. We don't know if things are going to change as time passes, but so far things are not working out for her. But anywho, guys, it's just how the cookie crumbles. The wheel is turning, as they say. No luck lasts forever, good nor bad. So it seems as though things are down on the downside for Megan Thee Stallion and Roc Nation. Well, that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take. While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.